garden basics, back to the roots. Let's see what we get. And you know what time it is? It's sweet potato time. So if you're growing to eat sweet potatoes, that's one good thing. And you can grow these in containers. They do really well there. Same with the pole beans. You're gonna have to put some kind of trellis, but you can get a lot of beans just off of one seed. Look, we've got a little friend. Little frog, an end of the pole. You know, I cleared this about 3 days ago. But that's the reason I have beans as far as one of the foods that you can get more calories out of with the least amount of work. The more you pick these, the more beans come on. So you can get an awful lot of food just out of one plant. Start this patch over here, see if we got anything. I don't think I had this on my list to begin with, but I have now decided that okra, which I've been picking every day for a month, should be on that list of foods that can sustain you. And they're really easy to save. You can freeze these without blanching. You don't have to do anything to them. Just put them in a bag, and if you've got an air sealer, they'll last longer. Frozen like this, they cut real easy, and you can add them to just about anything. They're a really good extender, a really good filler, and the slime that they make is a thickener. They're a wonderful all-around fruit, off a wonderful all-around superfood. Oh, there you are. I couldn't find you. Come on, let's pick. There you go. Follow your runners. You never know. There's our first sweet potato. And these are just where the roots had touched the ground. Oh, there's another one. These, they're not very big, but they sure are tasty. There you go. That's a sweet potato. See if we got anything else. We definitely have worms, so the moles haven't been in here. So hopefully we don't have any voles in here. There you go. Yeah. And these are just on runner roots. What do you think? Look at that. Oh man. Wow. That turmeric is beautiful. Sweet potatoes and turmeric. Just look at that. That is one beautiful rhizome. Okay, got a little bit more. This is why we get volunteers everywhere. I don't always get it all. It's amazing how much turmeric you can get off with just one. Just look at that. And I'm sorry you can't smell this, but it is just wonderful. Right there where we just pulled that turmeric up. A couple more sweet potatoes. That's wonderful. I don't really expect too much out here. These are just runner roots, but we might have some little ones. See what we get. By waiting, these vines really took off. See? You just pop, they just pop up everywhere. Well, that's a start. Let's go ahead and pull up this other turmeric. Beautiful. Wow. And if you miss a piece, you're just going to have volunteers coming up. Looks like I missed quite a few pieces. And right next to there, another sweet potato. There you go. There's a couple of them. They're beautiful. There you go. And these are clean. I'm telling you, I believe that castor oil really did the trick to keep the voles out here this year. Oh, there you go. That was a little splitty, but I bet it tastes just fine. You gotta search. They're around here. They go out on those runners. Oh, I think we got a purple hill. Yeah. I forgot what I planted over here. It was the last of the slips. Those are nice. So I got some orange and I got some purple. And no, I don't know exactly. I think the orange are Beauregards, I think. And the purple, I have no idea. But they're purple. Oh, come on, don't break. Thing about the purple is they go deep. They're a little thinner. You run the risk of breaking them. Now that wasn't a half bad hill. Oh, we got another one. Hang on. Let's get this turmeric out of here. I'm getting there. See what we got here. Oh, now that's a nice size one. These aren't anything to sneeze at either. I probably should have been digging these a little earlier, but there's no vole damage on them. It's split a little bit. It's going to eat up just fine. So what do you think? You want to go try another patch? You want to see those sweet potatoes over by the bale? I do. They've been out for a while. Now I'm just going to wade in here because I planted those plants up against the bale right in here. That was the first sweet potatoes we put in. Now I'm going to be a little strategic. I'm going to wear gloves because I have no idea what might be hiding down in here. But I am going to go ahead, just pull some of these vines back. The ones that have been growing, we may have some sweet potatoes underneath them. But they're rooted, and me cutting these back up here isn't going to hurt that at all. And we'll see that in a little bit. Well, I think we're to our first plant. Don't know if we have anything. Yeah, we got something. Well, oh man, that was out underneath here just a little bit. And that's with gloves on. I usually can feel them. Let's move down. I can't remember if I planted 3 or 4 over here. So far, I think I'm free from snakes. I think. Let's see. Let's see what we get here. Thing about sweet potatoes is you have no idea what you're going to get until you get in there. Oh. I'm going to have to tear these bales apart. They're up in there, I think. It's also coming out here. Yeah. They're not all underneath the bale. Look at that. is wonderful. Oh, I'm just tickled. With the trouble we've had with the voles the last couple of years, we've got more potatoes here in that little bitty patch back there and what we've got already this morning than I think we really got all last year. Next hill. I guess I did plant 4. And I guess they were purple. And it's round. Oh. Okay, if this feels like what now that's what your sweet potatoes are supposed to look like. That is awesome. You gotta keep checking because they're down in here. Here's one got away from me over there. Come on. What's in there? I really don't want to stick my hand down in that bale that far. I am gonna have to tear these bales apart because that is going back in there and I feel like something's on the end of it. No. There it is. That was under the bale. I didn't think I had anything. I was going to be disappointed. But I think it's got a friend. Okay. Serious, we're digging sweet potatoes. I'm sure glad you came out and visited with me this morning. I've been pretty busy and I should have probably got this done earlier, but honestly, I really was kind of worried that we'd had another year where critters got in here before we could. And I know we share some. And you got that cycle of the garden. And if you lose a crop, you just replant. You just keep piling up. But it's sure nice to have a decent harvest. You know, you come out to the garden with a half a dozen slips, no bigger than your little finger, and you can get pounds of food. These are beautiful. Now we still have a couple patches to dig. Got that big one off over there to the west. I don't think I'm gonna get after that one today. I got a bunch of more beans that need to come in. If you're looking for calorie-dense food that is easy to grow, sweet potatoes #1 on my list. So if you're growing to eat sweet potatoes, that's one good thing. And you can grow these in containers. They do really well there. Same with the pole beans. You're gonna have to put some kind of trellis, but you can get a lot of beans just off of one seed. You can do this too. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family. God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.